Okay, so picture this. You invite friends over for dinner, you open the door, and immediately, total chaos.
Oh yeah, the furry missile.
Exactly. The dog is launching itself at your guests, scratching legs, stealing appetizers, and the second that door cracks open, bolting into the street. It is that universal nightmare of the obnoxious dog.
It really is. It creates a situation where man's best friend becomes your biggest source of stress.
Hmm.
And usually the reaction is, uh, I need to hire an expensive pro or spend 3 hours a day training.
Right. And that is where the skepticism kicks in. Because let's be real, who actually has time for that? If the solution is spending your weekend at obedience school, most of you listening are just going to tolerate the bad behavior. But for this deep dive, we're looking at Will Atherton's methodology that claims you can completely transform your dog without adding extra hours to your day.
That's the big promise. Atherton calls them daily drills. The core philosophy isn't teaching 50 party tricks. It is about cultivating real manners and impulse control using interactions you already do every single day.
So we're basically turning daily habits into training moments. Let's start with a big one, food.
The mealtime drill. This one is non-negotiable. Most people put the bowl down and the dog dives in like a shark, right? But he argues this is a huge missed opportunity. In his system, the dog has to sit, stay, and maintain eye contact with you while the food goes down.
I have to play devil's advocate here. Isn't that just old school alpha posturing?
Yeah.
Is making a hungry dog stare at you while kibble sits there kind of mean?
It sounds strict, but psychologically, it is about permission-based living. It builds a relationship where the dog learns everything good in life comes through you, not the environment. They don't eat until you say break.
Right. It teaches them to control that frantic impulse. And I saw this applies to the sofa, too.
Yes, the barrier to entry. Same logic. The dog doesn't just jump on the couch. They sit, look at you, and wait for an invite command. It absolutely stops them feeling entitled to your personal space.
That makes total sense. Now let's talk about the one that scares me a bit, the door, the threshold drill.
Oh, yes. This shifts from basic manners to physical safety.
Right. The rule is the dog never walks out first. But does the order really matter? I mean, we are both going to the same place. It feels arbitrary.
It matters because of arousal levels. If the door opens and your dog bursts through, their brain is frantic. They are scanning for squirrels. They are at a level 10 excitement before their paws hit the pavement.
Oh, so you've lost control of the walk before it even started.
Precisely. By making them sit and wait at the door, looking at you rather than the street, you lower that arousal. You step out, check the environment, and then welcome the dog. It completely prevents that frantic pulling.
Okay, so eating and walking are covered. What about the dinner party nightmare? Does Atherton have a drill for guests arriving?
He does, the place stay. Essentially a solid place command. The dog isn't locked in a crate, but they aren't jumping on guests. They stay on their bed until released.
But getting a dog to stay on a mat while people eat appetizers? That takes serious obedience. And we are right back to, I don't have time for this.
Well, here's the fascinating part. You don't need hour-long sessions. He uses a 1-minute session.
1 minute? That doesn't seem long enough to learn anything.
It is not about learning new things. It is an obedience chain. You chain commands rapidly. Place, recall, heel, sit, stay, break, boom, 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 just once or twice a day.
So it's like high-intensity interval training for the dog's brain.
Perfect analogy. Because you move fast, the dog has to be hyper-focused on you. It builds an engagement muscle. Do that for 1 minute daily, and the dog stops tuning you out when distractions happen.
So by tightening up feeding, the door, and adding 1 minute of focus, the rest of the behavior sorts itself out.
Exactly. It creates a dog looking to you for guidance rather
Right.
than making their own chaotic decisions.
It is the difference between a dog you tolerate and a dog that makes everyone jealous. It totally destroys the no time excuse. So here's a thought to leave you with. Tomorrow morning, when you reach for that doorknob, pause and look down. Is your dog staring at the crack in the door, ready to bolt? Or are they looking up at you for permission? That split-second decision defines your entire relationship. Now, don't miss out on fully transforming your chaotic dog into a dream companion. Check out the link to the Perfect Canine Companion course in the YouTube description below. Thanks for joining this deep dive.